Barba. My topic is on anxiety disorder. So, did you know anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the United States, affecting 40 million adults age 18 and older? So, one out of 6 college students have been diagnosed with or treated for anxiety disorder, according to the American College Health Association. The reason why I chose to discuss about anxiety disorder is because I actually had a close friend in high school who had it. She had it really, really bad. She never got it in any of her classes except for her math class, but her math class tended to be the most packed class. It had so many students in there compared to all her other classes, and every time she had math class, I had English. And every time I was in class, almost every day I would get a text, "Day, I'm freaking out, can you meet up with me by the restrooms? I'm freaking out, I can't breathe." She's like, I'm hearing voices in my head, and she freaked me out when she used to talk about it, and I wanted to freak out, but I didn't freak out because she was freaking out, and it wouldn't help if I freaked out. So this at the time was something very important to me, because obviously she was my close friend. I care about her. So this is why I wanted to do this topic. It's important because anyone can get anxiety disorder. And the thing is it can be you, it can be a family member, it can be someone close to you in general. And that's why you might want to just take time and learn some information about it. So first I'm going to be talking about the background information. Secondly, I'll talk about the signs and symptoms. And finally, I'll talk about how anxiety disorder can be treated. So first, what is anxiety disorder? First, we will explore the background, and second, discuss how it can affect your everyday life. So according to Harvey, Simon, and David Zeev, in a 2013 article published by ADAM Incorporation, stated, "Genetic factors may play a role in some cases, but family dynamics and psychological influence are also often at work." Basically, a parent's fear can become a child's fear. So if you or whoever you know has an anxiety disorder and they have a child, the child basically can catch onto it. It could be genetic factors, or just by the child's observing the parent, they can possibly have that fear too. So you can possibly get it from your parent. And just like my close friend Brianna, her mom actually has an anxiety disorder. So it wasn't kind of out of the ordinary, like, how do you have it so bad? So fear and stress are normal emotions, but someone with anxiety disorder cannot control fear and stress. They cannot control it. Anything can trigger it, a horrible memory, anything. It all depends on that certain person. Now that we have discussed what anxiety disorder is and how it can affect everyday life, let's move on to our second point. What are the signs and symptoms? In order to fully understand how to treat anxiety disorder, we must first discuss signs and symptoms. According to a 2015 article published by the National Institution of Medical Health, stated, "Severe anxiety that lasts more than 6 months is generally to be a serious problem." So fear, anxiousness are the ones that can actually trigger it, and worrying a lot. So, yeah. And I really like this picture up there. It's kind of like all these things that are going through a person's head, and that's how somebody with anxiety disorder feels. It's just all these things running through their head, and they just can't control it. They can't control it. They can't control their emotions. And these are the words I just discussed. So after going through that, we should now move on to understand how to treat the condition. There's always ways to relieve anxiety disorder, but there is no guarantee that the anxiety disorder can be cured. There is no guarantee. It's up to that certain person. It's up to them. There's no guarantee though. So an article published by Barnard College stated, deep breathing is an important way of calming your body's signals of anxiety. Shifting the way you're breathing right now can help improve your concentration, soothe uncomfortable physical reactions, and help you feel more grounded and in control. Yes. So hopefully maybe this can come as something important to you to learn, because you never know if you might come across somebody who might have an anxiety disorder. I've talked about the background information, I've talked about the signs and symptoms, and I've talked about how to treat it. And again, there's medication for it, and your doctor might have you even talk to a therapist, psychologist,